oath ceremony of Narendra Modi for his third term in office, but the presence of dignitaries from our neighborhood and Indo-Pacific region did signify that diplomatic relations will be on top of the agenda. Presence of Maldivian President Moizu turned many eyeballs as he came to power just months ago on India Out campaign. But the government was committed in fostering relations with one of its key neighbors, and efforts seem to have paid off.
The bedrock of our partnership is the mutual benefit of our peoples. This is manifested in diverse sectors of our cooperation: health, education, large infrastructure development, defense, maritime, agriculture, banking, and adapting to climate resilience. It is our endeavor to expand this list as we move forward and harness our multifaceted partnership to realize the aspirations of our people.
And then the government exhibited the big diplomatic push with Prime Minister Modi taking his first foreign visit, the G7 in Italy. PM held bilateral meetings with the world leaders. PM Modi came to power at a time when the West was in a huddle to resolve the Russia-Ukraine conflict. PM Modi visited Russia at the invitation of President Vladimir Putin to hold the 22nd India-Russia Annual Summit and cleared its position on the ongoing conflict.
लेकिन मैं ये भी जानता हूं कि युद्ध के मैदान में समाधान संभव नहीं होते। बम, बंदूक और गोलियों के बीच समाधान और शांति वार्ताएं सफल नहीं होती हैं और हमने वार्ता के माध्यम से ही शांति के रास्ते अपनाने होंगे।
The trip did invite some criticism from the West, which is rallying behind Ukraine.
We would urge India, as we do any country when it engages with Russia, to make clear that any resolution to the conflict in Ukraine needs to be one that respects the UN Charter, that respects Ukraine's territorial integrity, Ukraine's sovereignty.
And then the Prime Minister flew to Ukraine, a bold diplomatic move which has now put India in the role of peacemaker.
First of all, it is Chinese People's Republic, Brazil, India. I'm in contact with my partners, and I have no doubt that the leaders of these countries, and we have the relations of trust and confidence with one another, will be really interested and provide a helping hand. If there is a desire of the Ukraine to carry on with the negotiations, I can do that.
But a big challenge was waiting back home near our borders, facing nationwide protest. Sheikh Hasina, the former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, fled the country and took shelter in India, fueling anti-India sentiments on the streets of Dhaka, which was already in chaos. And multiple incidents of violence against Hindu minorities, allegations of engineering floods in Bangladesh only made the relations take a hit.
हमारे हाई कमिश्नर वहाँ के जो एडवाइज़र हैं फॉरेन अफेयर से, उनसे उनकी मुलाकात हुई, द्विपक्षीय मुद्दे में बातचीत हुई। उस दौरान जो वहाँ पर हिंदूज़ हैं और जो हमारे माइनॉरिटी वर्ग के लोग हैं, उनकी सुरक्षा को लेकर भी बातचीत हुई।
And yet, our diplomatic efforts continued.
There is one region where our relations have changed drastically in the last 1 decade, and that is West Asia or Middle East. And it was very evident when the Crown Prince of UAE visited New Delhi and was accorded a state honor. Our External Affairs Minister took it a step further by attending the first India GCC Foreign Ministers meet in Jeddah.
The focus was also to boost our trade ties and diversify our partners. And a trip to Brunei among the first by any Indian Prime Minister, and then a very key visit to Singapore.
10 साल पहले 100 स्टार्टअप थे, आज करीब 100,000 से भी ज्यादा स्टार्टअप है। बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में ग्लोबली लोग इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं और सक्सेसफुल स्टोरी है कि बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में उसमें से यूनिकॉर्न्स बन रहे हैं। मैं चाहूंगा कि आपके यहाँ जो फाइनेंस के वर्ल्ड से जुड़े हुए लोग हैं, भारत के स्टार्टअप की दुनिया को अगर तरासेंगे तो उनके सामने बहुत बड़ी संभावना है.
And finally, some major breakthrough in our relations with China. Our border tensions with China has significantly reduced.
Those negotiations are going on. We made some progress. I would say roughly, you can say about 75% of the disengagement problems are sorted out.
The Modi government pushed its agenda for reforms in multilateral institutions like the United Nations and the World Bank, showcasing India's ambition to lead the global south and be a voice for developing nations amid rising geopolitical tensions.
In the first 100 days in office, Prime Minister Modi has projected India as a strong player at the world stage, pushing for greater partnership with the West, but also asserting its global leadership. While challenges persist for India, but this government has certainly laid a strong foundation for the foreign policy in years to come. In Delhi, Mohammad Ghazali for NDTV.